but I've been a nurse for 40 years, and I'm Debbie Gregory from Nashville, Tennessee, in the United States. And I decided to go back to interior design school for some strange reason, and I call it kind of sucked into healthcare design, but didn't really understand why. And I came here to this museum a year and a half ago and was so inspired and really connected all the dots along my path as to why I was here and my interest in healthcare design. And I really felt passionate about what Florence started, and just the nurse being at the design table, advocating for the patients and the staff. And so I asked the question, where are the nurses at the design table? I feel like Florence, started this whole thing, and then we as a profession handed it off to others. And so I was challenged to pick that back up and really advocate. So this has been just a pleasure, full circle moment here as I came. So thankful that my colleague Terry Zabrowski joined me on this adventure, and I'll let her say a few words.
Thanks, Debbie. And just want to mention that you're also the co-founder of the Nursing Institute for Healthcare Design, and that's what has woven a lot of us together, especially in the United States and across Canada. So thank you for that, Debbie. I just want to say a few things more, but what I really love about this exhibit is that for many visitors, it will be a new aspect of the contribution that Florence Nightingale has made in the healthcare design world. So many people don't really realize to the extent of what she was really able to contribute in the mid-1800s. And it's equally exciting today also to see that we can celebrate the nurses today who are involved in healthcare design. And I might add to also start to maybe create sparks among the children that get to walk through this exhibit and see a different aspect of nursing. As a child and growing up to aspire to be a nurse, I didn't know what was possible until I realized when I went back to interior design school as well that nurses had a way to play a role, a different kind of caregiving role. I want to say that Debbie and I want to thank our daughters for coming with us on this journey and adventure, and that it has really been a dream come true for us both. We're still pinching ourselves, and alongside with the museum staff, Laura and Hannah have just been absolutely fabulous and embraced us, and it's just been a labor of love, and I know they've worked very, very hard. And finally, really, to my colleague, amazing colleague, Debbie Gregory, so that we can share, and other nurses can share the stories that are really near and dear to their hearts. So thank you all so much.
Thank you.
A huge thank you, of course, to our wonderful supporters at the NHS New Hospital Programme, particularly the wonderful Rory and Kitty, who I'm not sure are here this evening. They've been our main contacts, they are absolutely fab, and of course Eamon Sullivan, who was also unable to attend. We couldn't have done this without our gold sponsors, the American College of Healthcare Architects, who are celebrating their 25th anniversary this year, and also the incredible Nursing Institute of Healthcare Design, who many of you are incredibly familiar. It's been a particular joy for us to learn more about the work of some of our featured sponsors. We've been able to learn about the collaborative practice happening at Belmont University between their nursing and architect students. We've seen HCA's approach to viewing a hospital like a living human body, which is such beautiful imagery. And of course the HTA, with the wonderful Terry. And HKS, who have global work with Jenny Evans, who's really set the trend for these nursing leaders in these positions. We've also been introduced to wonderful Yellow Brick Consulting, including Kelly Guzman and her wonderful methodologies. Montana State University, which includes the phenomenal Dr. Elizabeth Johnson, standing beside me here, trying to hide away. I have never come off of a Zoom call more energized than I did the day I heard about your work. She does everything. It's phenomenal. These connections only led to more global connections. So a particular thank you to the team at the ICN. Howard and Pamela introduced us to wonderful people. They sent out our plea for case studies. So we want to thank Carolyn Boris, for showing her wonderful work in psychiatric wards in Hungary. Also thank you for Sister Etin for her work in Uganda. She's unfortunately not here this evening, which focuses where less technology actually gives way for more connection with environment. It's absolutely beautiful work. Also the Taichung Chi Nursing Home, centering their work around the principles of home. The Australian College of Nursing, who brought back one of our favourites, Lucy Osborne, the Nightingale nurse who travelled there. We've also had the NIHR and the clinical research team at Great Ormond Street Children's Hospital. If you haven't seen their case study yet, it is the most joyful images, I think, in the whole exhibition. We also have some of the team between the Changhua Christian Hospital who are here this evening. Thank you so much for coming along and generously sharing all of your work around ageing populations and dementia care in Taiwan. We also have the wonderful research around global health happening at Trinity Western University in Canada, and the Gardens Project led by the Queen's Institute of Community Nursing right here in London. So there are a lot of case studies, and they have all been a pleasure to read and proofread and proofread again. We haven't got bored of them, which is wonderful. And we also want more. The idea is that this exhibition will not stop in that space. We're going to grow it onto an online exhibition as well, where we can bring even more case studies to it. So please let your friends, anyone else in the industry know that this is what we're doing. As well as the case studies, there are some additional thanks to Nurse Jo Jakes, where is she? Who generously shared her memories of working on a Nightingale ward at St Thomas's with us, and she provided us with some very beautiful images as well. Talking of beautiful images, I feel like he's hiding somewhere with a camera, but Sammy and Stevens at the back there, not only is our photographer this evening, but he provided the stunning animation that you see in the exhibition. We'd also like to thank the team at Guy's and St Thomas's Hospital for their continued support, particularly Liz Alabon, who provided us a stunning shot of the Houses of Parliament. We are very jealous of that view from our basement. And of course, I want to thank the team here at the museum, all of the staff, volunteers, trustees. It's got a bit chaotic in the final steps of this exhibition, yet the team here do not question. Can anyone grout? Do you fancy painting a wall? Everyone just gets on with it, so it's marvellous. But a particular thank you to the silent partner standing next to me here. I am often the one doing the talking. Hannah is the one doing the reading and the research, so she manages the collection here and sort of led our creation side of this exhibition. We've mastered this teamwork quite well. By the end of this process, we were communicating practically in hand gestures and gibberish. So we can never do it without you. Of course, we are not the only double act on this project. The final and most heartfelt thank you must go to Debbie Gregory and Terry Jaboski. Without their generosity and passion, this exhibition never ever would have happened. They have promised me that we can still have our monthly Zoom catch-ups, and I'm relying on that because I am incredibly joyful of this friendship that we've made in this process. It's been a wonderful outcome. For those of you that do not know them, these women are absolute pioneers. Now, they will credit their success to standing on the shoulders of Florence Nightingale, but I think sometimes they forget just how many people they have paved the way for. They are absolute inspiration, so I'm going to pass over to them to have the final word this evening before you all get a chance to look around again.